Hi here, Vince here. I'm back for another video, and today I'm going to be talking about The X Factor 2019 Celebrity. Yes, I have done a review of X Factor this year. I know, I've been so busy doing other stuff on my channel. I haven't done like any reviews on the X Factor. Oh, X Factor 2019 UK Celebrity. I did some reviews on the X Factor last year, but this is the first one, and I think, yeah, I think it's about time me to review, because I think there's a lot of thoughts and opinions and feelings I have to say about this series of X Factor. So yes, there's big changes this year on the X Factor UK. We have now got, they've just, because of low ratings and because Simon Cowell did a contract for 2022 and can't cancel the show, we have now scrapped the auditions. We have no longer got normal average people, I don't know how you pronounce it, normal people on the show. Instead, we've now got so-called celebrities doing the show. Yes, what everybody wanted. Yeah, and yes, there were like 15 celebrities, and now we've got 3 judges, Simon Cowell. Oh yes, and when, we had, because like Robbie Williams, Ada Field, and Louis Thompson all said they were leaving the show, Simon Cowell said, "Oh, we are just going to find the best judges to replace them. We're going to get the biggest celebrities, the biggest singers, the biggest stars come and judge on this panel." And in the end, they got Nicole Scherzinger and Louis Walsh again. Because that's the thing, nobody wants to judge on the X Factor. Most of these singers nowadays want to concentrate on their music career than just being a judge on a show that has really low ratings, or losing ratings by the years go by. Nobody really wants to do the show anymore, which is a shame. What was I talking about? So those are the 3 judges. We've got 3 categories. We've got the unders, the overs, and the groups. There are 15 celebrities, and there's live shows, 2 go each week. Yeah, and when it was announced that they were going to do this celebrity version, it was going to go either one way or the other. It was going to be a new amazing format change to the show that it could everlize, I just made that word up, and really be a good new format point for the X Factor, or it could be a disaster and be not so good. It's a disaster and it's not good. Well, I wouldn't say it's a disaster, but yeah, it hasn't done. Just being honest, I am disappointed this year in X Factor. There was so much hype when it was announced that celebrities were going to take part, and I don't know. I mean, I actually prefer the old format, really, of having normal people becoming stars. Because the point of the X Factor is finding these new stars, getting normal people off the street, not off the street, but everyday people. You could be the next big star. You could be a big super star success. And I think with celebrities I just get confused of what's the point of the show? Is it to find celebrity to sign a record deal to become a singer, or is it I don't know, because there are some celebrities who, let's be honest, can't sing for their life, like Martin Bashir. Can't even sing. And then you've got other people that could sing, like Ricki Lake. When she was in it, she had a really good singing career and still has, so I don't get why she's auditioning for the show, and Kevin from Glee can sing, so it's just very confusing. You have some celebrities who have really good singing careers, and then you've had celebrities who've had none. I just don't get the format of the show. It just seems a little bit confusing. in a way. Yeah, I don't know, I just think the live shows, they've changed the studio again. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe they just wanted a change of scenery, or they thought the studio was better than the other one. I don't know. Or maybe it's the same studio. I don't know. Or they've changed it, but there's something's changed. And yeah, the live shows, there's only like a Saturday show. There's no more Sunday results show. It's all in one, which it can be good, because at least you don't have to watch two shows. You can just watch in one. Although the only thing is, like, lots of things do get rushed. Like, there's not a lot of time to talk to the judges, not enough time to talk to the acts. You know, they are rushed away. It does seem to get a bit rushed on the live shows. And also they have the judges have to now pick like one. They have a golden buzzer, and for their act, like, whoever they like the most, like, if they're impressed by the performance, like, they can press a buzzer and they for their act, and if they say if the judge press that buzzer for that act, they are safe through to next week, and they have to sit in the seat for the rest of the show. Yeah, I mean, I just think, I don't know how I like this new idea, like having a special buzzer. I don't know, it just feels a bit, I don't know, I just feel like it just doesn't, I don't know, I think everybody should fight for their spot for the next week than just having 3 people safe, because you could play tactically, and it's also unfair for, like, the acts who have to perform last or quite late on, because they don't have a chance to have a gong buzzer pressed. I don't know, I just feel like everybody should fight for their spot to get through to next week than just being saved by the judges. And I don't like, it should be an act from your category. I think Nicole did like one of Simon's acts the other week. I don't really understand. Oh, and another big change this year is that you cannot vote by phone. The only way you can vote is through the X Factor app, which I don't mind. Obviously, turns out not a lot of people are picking up the phones, so they've just decided to go the quick way and just vote by the app. I mean, that's alright. I mean, there's just no money wasted. The app vote is for free, so so I think it's just easier for people to vote for the app. I don't have a problem with that. The only thing I have a problem with voting is when the last act is performed. Usually on these shows, like Strictly or even Eurovision, you have, like, after the lines are open, you have a short recap of all the performances that were on that show to refresh people's memories. But for some reason, I don't know what's going on in X Factor, but when the phone lines opens, there's no recap. It's like ad break and then welcome back to the X Factor, the lines are closed. You don't get like a recap, which is so unfair, especially for the acts that go early on in the show, because X Factor is like 2 hours or something like that. And it's just so unfair, because for the acts that go early on, like, for some people might miss like the first 15 or 20 minutes of the show and they haven't seen the first couple of acts, and so for them it's like they might not, it just feels unfair, because they might not even seen the first couple of acts, and yet it just doesn't seem fair because they might not get as many votes as people will go on later. You need to show a recap. People, especially if they go on quite early on, will they be remembered in like 2 hours' time? You need a recap so people can remember you. It's so unfair. Good singers go out of the competition. Like Johnny a couple of weeks ago, he went out, and he went on first, and it's just so unfair. It's so unfair. It's just, and them getting rid of like 2 performances every week, and there's like this new rule now that Simon created on the spot the other week. Like, he's gonna like send a wild card act to the final that got eliminated early on. That's so unfair. Seriously, he's just like, it's like getting his toys out the pram. It's just like, it's like an act like who went out on the first couple of weeks and didn't go through the whole journey of the X Factor can now go to the final and have a chance to win it all. And I just think that's a little bit like what was the point of watching like the first couple of weeks? Like, if we're gonna go back to fight, for me it's just breaking the rules. It's just making rules on the spot. It's just the whole format for this celebrity things is a little bit of a mess, really. Unfortunately, you know, the live shows are rushed. You know, Dermot's alright hosting it. Although some of the interviews, you know, with Vinny's family was a bit awkward the other week. But no, you know. Oh, and we're coming to talk about the judges' houses bit. What was the point of doing judges' houses? Like, because basically there was like a total like 15 acts, but they only actually got rid of 2 acts. So there were actually 13 acts in the live shows. Obviously, Vinnie Jones wasn't at the judges' houses, so because of the sad things that happened. Obviously, his wife passed away, so that was, and he got automatic pass to live shows, which is understandable, and it was very tough, and yeah, which is understandable, and I think that was a good thing that he got an automatic pass. So yeah, but for the, like, you had like actually had 14 acts, and you only got rid of 2 in the judges' houses, and then actually you got rid of 3, Jenny, which was a big crime, and then the producer brought her back, and then you had Vinny do the show. So you had only got rid of 2 acts in the judges' houses, and you had 13 acts on the live show. So what was the point of having judges' houses? What was the point of flying them over to Simon's house when you were only going to say goodbye to 2 acts? Like, what's the point? You could have started the show with the live shows, or, you know, I mean, like, what was the point? You know, it for me, it just didn't make any sense why there were any judges' houses when you weren't going to say goodbye to hardly any of the acts at all. So yeah, I am disappointed in the X Factor this year. Who do I think will win? I think Megan. Actually, Megan McCann is McCann? No, McCain. That's the woman off The View. No, Megan. She's actually a good singer. Okay, some of her songs do sound the same, but actually she's a really good singer. I give her that. And actually, after the X Factor, she could have like the biggest actually potential to be actually a good singer. A good career after the X Factor. But I just think, yeah, I mean, I'm just not that interested. I used to love watching the X Factor back in the day, you know. I think 2008 to 2010 were the golden years of X Factor. And then 2011 to 2014, okay, they weren't as good as those golden years, but it was still good, and I enjoyed those series. And I think after 2015, the show's kind of went a little downhill ever since, and it hasn't really gone up. And I just think, you know, it's such a shame, because it used to be such a good show to watch on a Saturday night. And I now watch back, like, the old auditions from 2010, like, they were so funny. And you don't get that anymore, and I do miss, like, the old days. The one thing I do like from this celebrity version is, and thank goodness we've axed that 6-chair challenge. That needs to go. But that being said, I miss the old days. I wish we'd bring them back. I really do. I actually now watch X Factor more so now, actually, and I think that's a much better show, and that's only season 2, and it's just so... I'm just disappointed. I used to love watching X Factor, but the celebrity version doesn't do it for me. But anyway, I've talked enough. What do you think? Comment down below in the comment section below. Like and subscribe this video about yeah, comment in the comments section below about your thoughts and feelings about X Factor UK Celebrity 2019, and you can like and subscribe to this video if you want. I will be back for another video very soon.